So Maya, have you ever been to DragCon? And if you have, what's your experience?
I haven't. I've been wanting to go, so I might go this year. We'll see. Because every year that I've tried to go, it's been canceled because of COVID. So
Oh, so you a
I
late
haven't been.
bloomer then.
Yeah.
We were supposed to go in 2018, I believe it was, when Vincent came for his birthday, and we decided not to go and just go to a drag show because it was just too much money. And I hear the lines along. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just my experience, but I do want to go. So.
Yeah.
So you know I got to lean in.
What's up, everybody? It's me again, and it's time to lean in, bitch. We're for RuPaul's Drag Race season 14. Another long season ahead of us because they ain't sending nobody home.
Right.
Ain't nobody going home. Clearly, again. I'm your host Cortez, and I'm here with Maya today on this lovely Sunday. How you doing, Maya?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing good. You got your baby in your legs right there. Your baby down there.
I do, so she don't be barking.
It's
So,
so
hey,
funny. Maya
girl.
has to keep her. At least she will be cool. Navy don't know how to sit down. I have to damn near be like, put him in a cage. He don't want to sit down.
Yeah, she's codependent. She has to be next to me at all times, or she's
He's
supposed to
like that too, but
sit.
he got to learn how to be like that anyway. So, but we're here for RuPaul's Drag Race. Okay, episode. Like it was okay to me,
It was all right.
and more so just because of how well, the challenge itself was okay. But how it ended, and it's funny because last week we were trying to figure out
Hmm.
how they were gonna do Snatch Game. Remember, it was like, well, usually it's an
Right.
odd number. I mean, sorry, it's usually an even number. So it makes so much sense. I don't know why we didn't think that they were gonna possibly make this episode another damn save. I thought it was gonna be the chocolate. I didn't think it was gonna
I did
be.
too.
I felt like it would be a chocolate, but I mean, at this point, I'm like, damn, RuPaul. So let's talk about it. Of course, before we start this recap, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to this channel
Hmm.
so you can get all post notifications about everything that we talk about, everything we post, all live viewings, and any new shows that we're doing. We will be doing Love Is Blind. So if you watch that on
Ooh.
Netflix, get ready because I got some shit to talk about. But RuPaul's Drag Race, let's talk about that. So last week, what happened last week? Carrie Kobe went home. So somebody did
Right.
go home. And I'm not saying I was glad she was to go home, but I was just kind of like, it was time for her to go. I mean, the competition is getting pretty tight. And one thing that they talk about in this episode is that, you know, a high percentage of the remaining girls, 6 of the 8 girls, have won a challenge. And so
Hmm.
that's very rare for, Drag Race, because typically the wins go back to back to back to the same people. There's like, it
Right.
rotates between like 3 and 4, maybe 5, maybe 5 queens. But the fact that 6 queens that are remaining all have a
Hmm.
win, it makes some of the girls who don't look crazy. And two
Yeah.
of the girls that don't have any wins are Jasmine Kennedy and
Hmm.
Deja Sky, and rightfully so.
Right.
Let's just be very clear. They rightfully so do not deserve to have a win. There's one other person that did not deserve a win. And we know who that is. We'll talk about her later. But
Right.
what's your thoughts on this right now? Because at this moment, I'm like, okay, it gets like this at every part of the competition where they start talking about the wins. Are you content with the way the wins have gone this far, or like, do you feel like somebody that doesn't have a win should have a win? Like, what's your thoughts?
Well, the girls that don't have a win, like you said, rightfully so, they
Okay.
haven't deserved a win yet.
Okay.
But I really feel like this argument is weird because there are some girls that have a win that don't need to have a win. So even though you
Mhm.
have a win, in my mind, it don't mean nothing to me because you shouldn't have won. So
Who do you think shouldn't have won a challenge?
Georges,
So
and
just
also the
okay. So
winner
we think
of
the
this
same. All right.
episode, but
You
we'll
said
get
winner
into that later. The
winner
winner
of
of
this
this
episode?
episode should
Oh
not have.
yes, exactly. Well, it's not that she shouldn't have a win. She shouldn't have 2 wins, because at this moment, Angeria
Yeah.
has 2 wins. Um, and technically, in my opinion, she should have had 3. But yeah,
Hmm.
that's that on that. Or Lady Camden should have had 2, something like that. But They discuss it, and so I'm thinking like, are they finna, is this the moment where Jasmine Kennedy or Deja about to rise up like the Phoenix and they give her a win? I'm
Right.
thinking like, what are they gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
But they have this little mini challenge, and I actually love this mini challenge. I don't remember the last season they did it, but it's like a photo bombing thing where they
Oh
take a
yeah,
picture
yeah.
and they add. I like that challenge. Who won? Willow Pill won. Was there anybody that stood out to you in that mini challenge?
You know, I feel like they all did pretty well. I was surprised that Willow won though. Because like
Why?
her picture was just fine, but it was
She was
like
the one that was like
I don't know,
upside down. I didn't. I
like
like.
on
I
the
guess with this
dog.
challenge, I'm looking more for what looks realistic, and it's just unrealistic
Yeah.
that you'll have. I mean, it's wild and cuckoo, and that's fine. But me personally, if I was judging, I would have rather seen somebody win that looks more realistic. Like, okay, like that. That's a real damn photo. Not,
Right.
there's no way she's gonna be upside down on a dog. Like, stop
Yeah.
it.
And for me, the way this challenge is, it's really all about the producers. Like this is very much where RuPaul's producer race comes in because they are editing the photo. You know
Of
what I
course,
mean?
that's true.
So they can make
It's
one photo
very,
look
it's
better
very
than the
America's
other.
Next Top Model.
Yeah.
Like they choose the
Yeah.
photo.
Yeah. So I like this challenge, but the win for it is always weird to me because it's like
Yeah.
it has no merit on the girls themselves. It's all about who
Yeah.
edits the photo. So
Okay. Well, that was the mini challenge. Nothing really happened there, but the winner of the mini challenge, as I mentioned, it was Willow Peel, and Willow Peel was able to choose her team for the main challenge, which is a play on RuPaul's DragCon that's coming back this year. And so you can actually go, Maya. I mean, I think that ship for me has sailed. Unless I get some tickets, I don't know if I'm gonna pay that amount of money for that. I'm
right.
just because how Drag Race has been the last few seasons, it hasn't been as enjoyable to me completely. Like I'm enjoying this season, but I have ups and downs, and when I have ups and downs, that makes me be like, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, so she gets to choose a team, and who did she choose? She chose what's her name? Angeria. Who's a
She
full
chose
team?
Deja Sky.
Deja Sky, Angeria, and what's that child's name? The other child. Hold on, I got the picture, so don't you worry. Here we go.
Yes, Lady Camden.
Lady Camden. I'm like, that's her name. Yeah. So this is the first team. And it left it left Diabetti with Jasmine Kennedy and Georges and Bosco. And I was actually very worried for them just because the fact that Jasmine Kennedy and Diabetti was there. How did you feel about that pairing? It looked like Dia was like, oh. I mean, I feel like anybody on the team with Jasmine is like, oh, because Cornbread was like, oh.
Right, especially because they know the challenge is a panel discussion.
Exactly.
And we all know Jasmine don't know how to shut up. In a panel, you got to be able to let everybody speak. And so I feel like anybody on a team with her, they like, oh, here we go.
And that's, so let's just kind of talk about it while we're here. That's kind of what happened with that team. Like Jasmine, she started out well, but personally, it seemed like she just kind of lost the narrative she was going, when she was talking about it. And so I was like, okay, like it wasn't that she was talking too much. She just was very long-winded in her
rambling,
exactly. And I think that was her issue. And then they the critique wise, she looked okay. Bosco did a really good job. She was hilarious. Georges didn't do bad to me, but she didn't stand out. She kind of was just there. I didn't like her look, but I would have preferred this look. Well, no.
Yeah.
I would prefer this look over the runway that she wore. And that goes the same for Diabetti. Like Diabetti did okay, but I was confused why she didn't wear this on the runway versus her actual look.
Yeah.
Too. But yeah, I was confused. And mind you, we saw this first before we saw the runway. So we'll come back to that for runways. Sorry. But so going to the first team, which is Deja, Willow, Lady Camden, and Angeria. Any standouts to you?
For me, they were all really good. I definitely would say I would prefer them over the second group.
I agree.
Deja Sky actually was really good for me. Like she
She
was
was.
a great moderator, and she was even still able to add like her own little 2 cents and her own little jokes in while
Yeah.
still allowing the conversation to flow. I think that's really, really important when you have a panel discussion.
Yeah.
So for me, like she really did that this week.
Yeah, I mean, moderating is not easy. Like, essentially, that's kind of what I do here on the
Yeah.
lean. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I have, like, right now, it's just you and I. So it's just like
Yeah.
back and forth conversation. But on my other shows, it's like 4 people, 5. I've had up to 8 people on one thing. So, child, you have to, moderate ain't easy. You got to know how to pitch it, when to pitch it, when to end the conversation, when to time. Like, you have to, you control the entire thing at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, you get ramblers, you get people to do stuff like so. I applaud. I thought she did really well. Everybody did pretty good in this team. I didn't see any issues. I thought, I thought both teams actually had very strong moderators. I will say, Bosco was more funny, but in terms of the the topic at hand and doing the assignment, I thought Deja actually was very relatable. She gave me like she was on a talk show, and I thought she, I liked her edge a little better, even with Bosco being funny. How you think it would have went?
Sure.
How you think it would have went if Jasmine would have been the moderator? First, she wanted to be the moderator. She was like, she told RuPaul. RuPaul was like, I want to be the person that they kind of asked the question. She was like, and RuPaul was like, no, I don't know. I was like, no, girl, he doesn't know what a moderator is. Like, you don't ask the moderator questions. The moderator, if anything, asks the questions.
Right. She didn't know what she was talking about.
And she was like, come to for questions. I mean, she said, come to for questions. On the panel, they don't come to you for questions. You kind of have that already.
Right.
I'm glad that she didn't do it because she would have flopped even harder than she already did. But we're going to come back to the challenge. Let's get into the runways, honey, because the runway theme this episode was shoulder pads on the runway. And I was very disappointed. I feel like this season, they're losing me with their taste on the runway. Like, I'm not being wowed. Initially, I had such high hopes, and I still have them, but I feel like I'm kind of like scorned because they're not making great. They're making bad choices.
Yeah, there have definitely been some choices with these runways.
So let's start with Deja Sky.
I liked it.
You say you do like it?
I do. This is the best she's ever
like it, but I don't like. I feel like the skirt could have been a little bit more fitted. Like, I don't know. Like, I get the shoulders could have been was exaggerated, but the rest of it I thought could have been a little more like to her. I don't know. I do like it though. I don't hate it. I think she definitely went the route that RuPaul was looking for.
For sure.
And I thought this was definitely a way that she was going to edge over for the win. So I'm definitely going to toot it. It's just I wish the fit was better. That's all.
Yeah, I like this a lot. Like I said, I think this is actually the best she's ever looked. I automatically understood the reference that it was like.
That's because she ain't got no blue and purple on. So she's kind of keeping it. She looks
real subtle.
Real subtle. Not all that. Her makeup is fine. Her makeup is always fine, but it's not too much. She always gives it a little bit too much in terms of so much color palette, so much it is, and this is very like
mixed, and it's just So she looks great. It's a toot. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about it. It's a toot for me.
Okay. Lady Camden. So I was confused by the Nutcracker just because this is filmed in the summer and that's like a Christmas thing. I get the reference to shoulder pads, but this didn't take me nowhere. I just was like, okay, she got these things on her shoulders. I mean, I guess they kind of are shoulder pads, but it didn't move me personally. I would kind of boot it because I don't really like it. And I don't know. What's your thoughts?
I liked it because again, you get the reference. You know what she's obviously because she got the Nutcracker thing on her head. But
it was obvious.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious. I liked it. I wasn't mad at it because really, my mind, like immediately when I heard shoulder pads on the runway, for some reason, my mind automatically went to drum majors. And I don't know if that's just me with my HBCU mind, but they have those same little shoulder pad things on with the little tassels.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. I wish they were a little bigger, maybe.
Yeah, I'm
But
saying like it's just kind of like
a little
it's
more
there.
exaggerated.
I feel like that's what I'm saying. This is Drag Race, like exaggerated, like make it a little more, make it more visible. Like shit, the rest of the dress is simple within itself. Make these damn fucking shoulder pads pop. You know what I'm saying? That's what I
Yeah.
wanted from this, and that's why I'm underwhelmed. It's like, oh, nutcracker. Oh, that's what I
I
guess.
still give it a 2.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm not
still
gonna
giving
boot it. It's not terrible. It just come a little better, Lady Camden. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, so I really love this look.
Yeah.
However, those the shoulder pads, I feel like it's just like it's so she they're barely there, and I'm just like it's just Drag Race. She could have made them. They could
Yeah.
them shoulders could have been a little bit bigger. Like the look itself
Yeah.
is nice. I love the whole look. The
I
whole
loved the look.
Matrix.
I love
I
the
didn't know she
suit.
was Cynthia from
Right,
Rugrats.
it's giving
I
very
didn't know she
Cynthia.
was Matrix. I was like, I love it. Her legs look good. Her tattoos out. Really good look. I just wish she would have did more with the shoulders. That's all.
Yeah, that's literally my only critique for this. Like the shoulders could have been bigger. That's it. Because this look
Could have been,
is
should have been.
stunning. I
Okay.
love it. Yeah,
Right.
I even love like the little glittery pinstripes on the jacket.
Yeah, that was cute.
It just looks good.
Really
The
cute.
orange hair complements the navy. It's great.
Very
It
much
just
so.
needed bigger shoulder pads.
Very much so. Like even the little braid ponytail in the back, cute. Everything was cute.
Cute,
The whole thing was
but
cute.
the
It's
shoulder
just,
pads.
girl,
Why they so
where
small?
she did not understand the assignment, in my opinion. Like she understood the assignment of a runway, but shoulder pads on the runway, she did not.
Yeah, they
Sorry.
didn't exaggerate it enough.
No, they did. But I mean, it's a safe two just because I like the look. But
I'm gonna still toot it for sure.
yeah, I ain't gonna boot it because
ugh.
she knows it's a mess. She just didn't kind of get the timing together. But Angeria. Now,
I hated this.
I'm not a fan of like all them prints. I mean, she could just did one print and been okay. I don't really know where Angeria was going with this. It's not ugly. It's just not my type of thing. I didn't understand the prints. It's like plaid and then houndstooth. I was like, huh?
Yeah, the houndstooth. It's. I didn't like it. I really didn't. And it was just starting to get like little things for me. Like I wish the houndstooth was in the train. Like seeing just this plain white when she's walking forward was driving me crazy. I'm like,
oh, that's
they
true. I
just.
ain't think about that.
Oh my
I
God,
ain't
that
think
was
about
all I
that.
could look at. That's all I could
That's
look at.
terrible.
I'm like, why is it?
Yeah, I'm
white
not. You
like
know what? This
that?
could be the. I'm not to boot this look. I'm not a fan of it.
It's a boot.
And it's like even having the shoulders, the whole look itself is just turns me off.
Because especially when it's a theme, that should be the focal point of the theme. The shoulder pads were not.
You would have thought the
focal
runway
point.
was Prince on Prince on
Right,
Prince.
you would have thought it was houndstooth on the runway.
Or houndstooth. I'm just like,
it's a boot.
Sorry, girl, Angeria. This is a boot. I'm gonna boot it immediately. I'm sorry. If she would have did better by just leaving that thing closed. The sad part is, I feel like I have that same corset and panty from Amazon, and I'm not lying to you. It was for, my friend got married last year, and we had a dungeon party for him, and I put the little thong thing on. And it was a man one, obviously, but still, like we got meat down there. But it was a man one, and it was a corset. And I literally, and then this is terrible. This is terrible. Like I like the color of the hair, I like the jacket. Even if you look at the jacket itself, it just gives a green jacket, and they put these things on there. The whole look is just like it's just tired to me and very cheap looking. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, it's given like when the girls get to the end of the season, they don't got nothing else to wear and they just start putting stuff together. That's what this is giving for me.
I know what?
Don't like it.
We're not at the end of the season, and I don't think I've seen anything. You know what? Maybe, one of her first or second runways, didn't she have like some horns on her shoulders or something like that?
I think so.
It was one of her runways when she was like looking like Maleficent. I think she had like some things on her. That may have been her original runway, because I just don't believe that she planned to wear this for shoulder pads and thought that this was okay. I mean,
thought it was
like, why even wear the corset? Why even wear the bra? Like, I mean, why?
Yeah, it was just a no.
No, this is ugly. This is terrible. I'm booting this. Bosco, we just saw you, girl. I would never thought she would have did this. I was just in Seattle yesterday. Girl, this is not it. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Georgia's giving us an homage to
Boo.
Selena.
It's not a single shoulder pad up in there.
It's not a
Boo.
single shoulder pad. And then my thing is, I don't think everything needs to have a chest plate or a titty illusion. But girl, you just giving us this flat chest on
And I
this
feel
with
like
this
everything she
outfit.
wears is starting to look the same. Like it's
Well, we talked
all
about this already. This is everything. Everything is glittery and shiny. So that's probably one thing. This is the most covered she's been the entire season, in terms of an outfit. But this was not cute. I don't care what reference she was going for, and they weren't shoulder pads. It was just like she
it
tried
wasn't shoulder pads.
to put her hands up to make it give like it was like some shoulder pads.
Those was puff sleeves. That was not a shoulder pad. I don't know
Exactly.
what she was thinking.
Exactly. Do you think that her outfit for the challenge, the main stage challenge, was more shoulder pads than this? Because was this, or was it puffy too?
I think they were puffy too, but it definitely looked more like a shoulder pad than this.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, I would have wore that because a shoulder pad is gonna sit up whether your hands are down, up, whatever. The only way they were sitting up was when she had her hands up. You know what I'm saying, on her hip, and so
it was a puff sleeve. It was a nice cap sleeve. Girls, no.
I'm gonna boot it. George's no.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Mm-mm.
And then Jasmine Kennedy. Now I'm gonna say this is probably the best Jasmine Kennedy ever looked the whole season.
I didn't like this.
I didn't love it. I think the only issue, the issue I have with this is that it's not the color, but it's like a one bodysuit, and it's plain. It's very plain, and she don't really have no shape in it. Something could have maybe, it just looks so long. She looks so long in it because it's one color, and I wish she would have did something more to accentuate her shape or curve or something.
Yeah,
but I feel like this is the best Jasmine has looked to me all season because she ain't really gave me no looks as I look back, and this is But I ain't gonna.
I will say this is the first time she's looked her age, because she tends to look a lot older on the runway.
She definitely gives you old drag.
Very Alyssa Edwards, always.
Not even.
So this is the first time she looks 22.
And that was one of the critiques from the main challenge, that she made herself look old.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why
she make herself look old. I don't get that.
She want to be Jasmine Masters and Kennedy Davenport so bad. Jasmine Kennedy. But no, I would say too this. It wasn't, I didn't hate it. Me personally. I just wish she didn't with the shape. But what would you give it?
I'm gonna boot it. Ooh. I didn't like this.
Oh, Jasmine.
I didn't like it.
Ooh, wait, they want the right one. Oh shoot. And you know what? Last week we didn't even do what's that girl's name?
Oh, Willow.
We didn't even do Willow.
I know, I was thinking about it too. Like,
I thought about it today. Hold on, let me go back. I was trying to show you. I didn't even do it. I was trying to show you the last person was Diabetes, and I may not be able to get the picture because I can't find it right now. But unless I find it, what you think?
I liked hers though. She had the camo. Yeah, she had the camo, right?
I didn't have an issue with her look. I just
mad
don't.
At it.
I don't want to see. I just feel like she should have wore her other look that she wore for the challenge on the main stage.
Okay.
I think the issue with her is that, and I'm trying to find a picture, but the issue that I have with her is that she likes to be different and grungy and stuff like that. And that's fine, but I'm kind of getting tired of that. I want to see like some kind of glammed up look for her, maybe, you know? And I'm not getting that. That's my only issue. And I don't know.
I get that.
She likes to go outside the box. I need her to stay inside the box at least one time. I just want to see her look. I just want to see her look out, like a pretty drag queen, not grungy. I'm a bad bitch. That's what I get from her. But she really reminded me a lot of what's her name? Rihanna from the Hard video. Remember that?
Okay, yeah.
That's what she gave me. And I was wondering what they were gonna say about her boots. And them not being heels, but seemed like
she sure did have on boots.
But you know what? Honestly, that outfit is what landed her in the bottom. Literally, right? I mean, that's essentially what they had an issue with. was her outfit. They felt like she could have gave more in the challenge, but they liked her challenge because she was the one that talked about WWE wrestlers, which I actually
Right.
I identify with that a lot because I grew up watching wrestling a lot, and I will
Right,
say
I did
like
too.
at a young age, as a young little gay man, young little gay boy, mentally like I was like turned on by wrestlers. So when she mentioned it, I was like, you know what, she's speaking my story too. So she did good in the challenge. Her outfit got her
Yeah.
in the bottom, which is interesting because why the hell did Bosco win? If we judge them by outfits, looks, and that is what landed Jaya in the bottom, what the hell landed Bosco in the top? Other than her
I have
performance.
no clue.
The winner, in my opinion, and you can agree or disagree, should have been Deja Sky. That's who it should have
Yes,
been.
I
There is no, and
wholeheartedly
that
agree.
she was robbed. Period. They, and I was
She was
confused.
robbed.
Yeah, she was robbed.
Oh my God. I was so confused because her runway was great for
They
her.
loved I may have my issues with it, but they loved her runway. They went up for it. They had no
Right.
issue with it. They loved her
They loved her in
performance
the challenge.
in the challenge. I was like, when they said Bosco, I'm like,
I was like, huh? What?
yeah, I was confused. So
I
I
couldn't
don't know what
believe
the hell
it.
going on. But and I don't even like Deja like that, but she earned that win.
Yeah, she did.
I think they're trying to get rid of her. I think they don't want her to stay. Because if you give her a win, you kind of have to keep her around. But in this season, there's so many wins, that ain't the case. Because it's only gonna be a top 4. So it doesn't really matter. They could have gave her that win. It didn't need to go to Bosco. I'm sorry. That outfit itself was terrible. Terrible. And so basically the winner, like we just said, is Bosco. And she was a high top. She was a top, and then the high top was Deja Sky and Willow Peel, I think. Willow Peel?
Yes, because Willow was really good in the challenge too. It was
She was
just
really
the
good.
shoulder pads thing.
Yeah, shoulder pads, they could have been.
Because really, she could have won had she had better shoulder pads.
She probably would have won, actually. Well, no. Bosco and Deja did really. That was Deja's win. Deja Sky brought Willow and them on to victory. If it wasn't for her, they would have not did that. They would have done as well. I thought she did really well, in my opinion. I mean, this is the and so the bottoms were Jasmine Kennedy, which I knew.
Oh,
Georges, which I knew, and I was surprised by Diabetes. I didn't think they would put Diabetes in the bottom, but like I said, I think they didn't like her look because they liked her in the challenge. So yeah,
it had to be the look.
It has to be the look. I mean, they liked her. I remember. Of nothing else that I learned from this panel discussion of Menzeses. Or I do want to say one thing too. I did like this challenge for that purpose because if you remember, they did a similar one for women. It was like Mother's Day or it was something like that. So I like that they did one for men. Now, was that All Stars or what season was that? When it was recent. It was one of the recent seasons, I believe.
Was.
They did.
Recent.
It was with mothers, and it was was it the season with Jada? I want to say it was
think
the season
so
with
because
Jada.
I remember Gigi talking about her mom. I'm almost positive.
Yeah, it was season 12. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we've seen that before. I like that they switched it over to Menzeses or whatever. But yeah, so the bottom two were Georges and Jasmine Kennedy, and they have the lip sync. I forgot the name of the song, but people are praising the lip sync. I thought the lip sync was pretty. I thought they definitely both fought hard for it. But do you think they both should have been able to stay? Do you think one edged the other or no?
Did you really?
Go ahead.
No one did better than the other. That was my thing. So I understood why both of them stayed because neither of them really gave a lot for me.
Did you go to the bar watching?
I did.
So how were they at Mickey's? What was their reaction to the double win?
Everybody was like, well, yeah. Like nobody was excited, like, oh my God, yes, a double Shantae. But everybody was kind of watching it like they're both like kind of on the same level. Like nobody edged out the other.
So when she announced that it was a double Shantae, was anybody upset? Like not upset, but was anybody saying like, oh no? So do you hear anybody like speak to
no? Because really what I thought was going to happen, it was either going to be a double stay or one of them had the chocolate. That was all I could say. That's
So
what I thought.
you felt like somebody was gonna stay.
I knew they were both going to stay because
I
in my
feel.
mind I kept thinking, Snatch Game's coming up. They're
Well, we
not going to
said
wait
that.
till
We
there's only
said that. We
6
said
of
that.
them. So that's why I knew in my mind, I'm like, they're both staying,
Yeah,
or one of them has the chocolate.
that's true. Okay, that's very true. Well, they both stayed. Nobody had to open the chocolate, and Snatch Game is next week. And here we are with another damn repeat of season 13, where RuPaul refuses to send these girls home.
Right.
I mean, and it's up, but you know what? It's okay. Whatever. Snatch Game is this week. I think we saw that Willow is doing Drew Barrymore, and I'm like, girl, that is a choice.
That's a choice.
Because Drew Barrymore is funny, but I don't know. I forgot who else I saw with other characters. I think I saw who was that? I think somebody was what's his name? Piece of
Lil Jon.
Lil Jon. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Somebody
feel
was
like that's supposed to be funny.
I'm assuming it was Angeria. I mean,
it looked like it was Deja Sky.
okay, well, Deja Sky, that would work well. I hope ain't nobody else trying to be black. I'm just saying. We don't need that.
Yeah, it looked like it was Deja. So I'm excited to see it. I don't know though, because I feel like the ones that are left aren't like funny.
Yeah.
Like they're just okay. So we'll see how the Snatch Game goes. Everybody loves Snatch Game, so of course everybody's gonna be super critical. So we'll see how they do.
Well, you know what? I didn't go to the bar and watch it last week. I'm gonna go to the bar and watch it this week because I said it's Snatch. I took a break because I was like, that challenge wasn't that exciting to me. But I definitely want to see what happens with Snatch Game. I definitely want to go watch it with other people. So I'll be there this Friday. You going Friday?
Yes, I'll be there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Friday. I'm gonna go Friday and see what's going on. So. Okay, well, with that being said, the episode was cool, good episode. Some things I didn't really agree with. The winner being one. I mean, somebody not going home being another. But nonetheless, the season is still going on. The race is still going, child. And we got at least another 8 or 9 episodes, including the finale. So with that being said, we're going to lean out. Thank you, Maya, for doing this today on this Sunday. And we'll see everybody next week. For episode, I think is it 9 or 10? What episode
so.
8?
I can't keep
I don't know what number it is. We'll be here for it. So stay tuned. Of course, if you're watching, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel because you know why you subscribe to the damn channel. Y'all have a good rest of y'all Sunday. Maya, I'll see you later, and y'all have a good day.
Bye.